There is breaking news. Hit it.
Here it comes. And my eyes see.
Breaking news.
Christopher, what do you have over there?
Yeah, and a kind of an unsurprising move, I guess, if you watched the way the last few weeks have finished. The Giants have fired head coach Brian Daboll. According to multiple sources, Adam Schefter, Mike Garafolo, and others, Mike Kafka, the OC, is going to be the interim coach.
Okay, so listen, this is unbelievable. This basically sums up what it's like to potentially be a head coach in the National Football League. You get your first shot because you have, amongst other things, come up through the, I guess, Saban/Belichick tree. I'm sure Belichick was talking about Daboll to the Mara and Tisch family saying, hire this guy. And you also saw what he did to Josh Allen, and you hire the Bills general manager, and let's bring it together and let's go. And all he does with Daniel Jones is make the playoffs and win Coach of the Year that year. And Daniel Jones and the Giants with Saquon go into Minnesota and boat race the Vikings and then get boat raced by the Eagles. And we all know the decisions that were made in the front office and then the inability to win games with none other than Daniel Jones and yada, yada, yada. A 6-11 season in his second year there, a 3-14 season in his third year there, a drafting of a kid named Jackson Dart, who he goes to in early stages at 0-3, and the kid has been nothing but electric when he's not concussed or getting hit. And they're 2-8. And Brian Daboll, after going 9-7-1 in his first year to win Coach of the Year, is fired in the middle of his fourth season with a 20-40-1 overall record as a head coach of the Giants. And then this year with Dart after beating the Chargers. This is unbelievable. You know how when you look, certainly and you're on the ESPN app and you're following with the dots and the you know the dotted line parabolas and you're following a game with, you know, on your phone.
Yeah.
There's always that percentage at the top of the screen about but percentage of winning. Against the Cowboys, Broncos, and Bears in the fourth quarter, the Giants, at the zenith of their leads in those games, had percentages to win of 92.3% against the Cowboys, against the Broncos, 99.3%, and then against the Bears yesterday, 96.9% chance of winning late in the fourth quarter. The Giants lost all of them. According to this mathematic expert, the odds of that happening is 1 in 60,000. The Giants didn't want to do this, people. I know it. I saw it with them. They love this guy. They didn't want to fire him. John Mara did everything he could to try and hold on to give Daboll every chance. And Dart has been, again, like I said, electric. And clearly part of that has to do with Daboll getting him ready and coaching him up and all of that business. Of course, obviously, it's his own personal abilities as well. But he's also learning in the National Football League. You're born into a situation. Sometimes a guy who's your coach, he's there for just a hot minute. And now who wants to coach Jackson Dart in the New York City metropolitan area in the NFC East? I imagine they'll be lining up. This is absolutely going to be one of the best jobs that's available, especially since ownership doesn't want to fire you. But with the Giants fan base watching this defense also have a negative 47-point differential in the fourth quarter, second only to the Cardinals, who, as we all know, lost a ton of games in the first half of the season in the fourth quarter, and he wouldn't make a move on the defensive side of the ball. Now the Giants have made a move on Daboll. And it's Mike Kafka who's going to have to figure out how to protect Dart and win some football games for the Giants, who are back in the coaching search. Hour number 2 on our radio side is coming up. And so I understand why the Giants made a move like this. Yeah. I totally get it.
Got to coach Jackson Dart up to protect himself. This is now his 4th concussion evaluation.
Well, a lot of times they're running him. I mean, and the 2 times of the games that, you know, where he turned it over, one in New Orleans where the ball just dropped out of his hands, he was running for his life, or it was and that's part of the offense is you're running this kid to try and show he's a multi-talented threat, which he is, by the way.
Yeah, big time.
I have numbers to back that up as well. Let me pull that one out of my stat packet, if you will. 7 rushing touchdowns this year, tied with Daniel Jones for the most of a quarterback for Giants in a season. The only other quarterback with 7 rushing touchdowns in their first 7 career starts is named Cam Newton. Speaking of SEC first-round drafted quarterbacks, he's the 5th rookie quarterback since 1950 to have at least 5 games with 50 or more rush yards. And again, it doesn't help him that they lost or Daboll. They lost Scattaboo and they lost Malik Neighbors.
Yeah.
And he's still doing all this stuff, which is to Daboll's credit. But they couldn't win games in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they should be way better and get way better results than the ones that they are currently getting.
Got talent on that side of the ball.
And with the Jets having won 2 in a row, you take a look at the numbers. And this is another thing, too, because you can't look at this stuff but in a vacuum. You know, you take a look at the Jets' record over the last 5 years, and they're now a half game better than the Giants. And they've been brutal. They've been brutal.
They have those 4 wins this year. They're 6-4, and firmly in the playoff hunt.
That is the difference between winning in the NFL and losing, and being a head coach in the NFL or losing your job. And again, I'm telling you, the Giants did not want to do this. They didn't want to go back in the coaching market. They don't want to churn it over. They don't want to look for a new staff. They don't want to do it, but obviously felt that they had no other choice. Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.